Hey, how's it going, everybody? Cyrus Wolf here, and welcome back to the channel. I know it's been kind of a while since I've uploaded, and I kind of do apologize for that. I had a lot of life updates that I had to go through and deal with, but I'm coming back, and I'm doing something new. Well, not new. I've done it before, but it was only like one video, and that was the install tutorial for LSPDFR. This is going to be a guide for 2026, just because we are going into 2026 here very soon. It's not 2026 yet, of course. I do want to note a couple things first, though, as to why am I doing this tutorial now and not at a later time, because there is about to be a Rockstar update for GTA 5 on December 7th. It was originally going to be a little bit sooner than that, but I think they pushed it back because of Thanksgiving or something along those lines. So you might be wondering why I'm not doing that now, why I'm doing the install now rather than when the actual GTA update comes, because that in turn leads to having to wait for some of these files to update. Reason for that is because I am installing LSPDFR once again right now. So why not just do it as a clean slate and help you and have you guys install it with me, rather than just doing a live stream, doing all the videos, like doing all these in one go in a live stream. I think it's easier to just do it in a video format for you guys to follow, because then you can pause it and all that, and you might not see the live stream like you'd see the actual video. So down in the description, you guys are going to find 6 links. They are going to be for OpenIV or Open4, however you guys want to call it. I always call it OpenIV. ScriptHookV, a simple trainer, LSPDFR, Rage Native UI, and ScriptHookV nightly. It's a newer version of ScriptHookV.net. And these are all right here. Now, when you first come to OpenIV website, if depending on if it's your first time there or not, it might pop up as a warning message, depending on what browser you use, that this isn't a safe site. It's a safe site. I've used it for years, and other YouTubers have used it, and mod developers have used it. You're basically just gonna need it. You gotta have OpenIV in order to get it. So download OpenIV, and then you'll head over to your LSPDFR response. This will also be down in the description. When you go to download this file, you will click the download, and then you'll agree to all these terms, agree and download. And then I always like to choose the manual install, because I think it's a lot easier to do it that way. I have not tested this one out yet, because obviously this is brand new, so I don't even know if this is for me. But if you are experiencing crashes with LSPDFR before this, try downloading this hotfix here. But you want to download the manual install, and then we'll move on to ScriptHookV, and you'll just click this little blue download right here. And then you'll move on to Simple Trainer and just click download. And then when you click download, you'll have to click download again, because it'll bring you to a separate download page. It's kind of weird, but yeah. And then this is for Rage Native UI. This is the latest version. There's a lot of mods out there that include their own Rage Native UI, but a lot of them are outdated and don't have this latest version of Rage Native UI. So you always want to use this latest version of native UI. And ScriptHookV.net nightly. This is like a updated version of ScriptHookV that is a lot more stable, and it gets a lot more updates than the last ScriptHookV.net team. So this one's definitely more recommended. So you just click the zip and it will download. All right, so the next thing you're going to do after you download these files, and I would strongly recommend you do this, is if you just barely started to get GTA done, you would go to library. And if you had GTA on your Steam, or this is for Steam version, let me be very clear, this is for Steam version. I don't have Epic Games version or anything like that, so I won't be able to help you with Epic Games, but the concept is pretty much the exact same, I would hope. So on Steam, if you had the normal version of GTA 5 before they came out with the enhanced version, you're going to have two GTA 5 games that are going to be given to you if you had the previous GTA version. They're going to be enhanced and legacy. Now, the current LSPDFR that is on the LSPDFR website is only for the legacy version of Grand Theft Auto 5. So the one thing that I would definitely do is I would right click this, go to properties, and then go to updates, and then not updates, installed files, and do verify integrity game files. It shouldn't take too long to verify, but this will make sure you have a clean copy of the game and that you have all the files that you need downloaded correctly and they're installed and everything. The next thing I would do is you're going to want to open up your Rockstar Games launcher. This is to connect it to the game and all that. When you first install GTA, it will install Rockstar Games Launcher and it will do update and all this stuff. So the reason why we are getting to the Rockstar Games Launcher is because we need to disable the BattleEye anti-cheat for GTA Online, or else the BattleEye actually ends up blocking some of the necessary files for LSPDFR for it to actually run. So you need to disable the BattleEye. Okay, guys, so once you're logged into your Rockstar Games Launcher, you're going to go over to your library and you're going to go to your Grand Theft Auto 5 Legacy Edition. You're then going to go over to the settings, and right here where it says BattleEye, you're going to want to make sure that this little orange box is not filled in. So it wants to look like, you want it to look like that. And then once you're done with that, you're good to go to just close out of your GTA 5 or your Rockstar Games Launcher and close that out. Now, the second thing I recommend you guys do is go to wherever your GTA 5 is installed. You can do this easily by going back to Steam, Library, and go to your GTA 5 Legacy, right-click it, Manage, and then Browse Local Files. This will open up a window that automatically brings you to your actual game directory. I would recommend copying the address, or actually going back by one, the common, and then taking this entire folder and dragging it over here to pin it to your things. It's a little weird how it does it now. With Windows 11, you actually have to right click and then click pin to quick access, and then it will be right here. And then all you gotta do is click here and you're right here into your actual folder. All right, second thing when you're in this format is I would copy this entire folder and paste it. This is gonna take some time because you're copying every single file into a different into a new folder. I recommend doing this as well as other YouTubers recommend doing it, because you don't want to touch your base game GTA 5, because their base game GTA 5 is going to be one that updates a lot. So what I would do is this copy that you're just doing now is I would have that one be the main one that you actually install mods on, and not the one that not the original. And there's a workaround for you guys that do this that you'll have to do every single time when you want to switch between GTA Online and LSPDFR. I thought it was going to take a little bit longer to do this, but it actually didn't. So this is your main GTA 5 folder. So I like to rename this because I don't want it to be touched. I like to rename it and call it. And at the very beginning, I like to call, let's say, main. That completely disables this GTA 5 folder. Now, the way to get this folder, so let me rename it real quick, and we'll say that this is my LSPDFR copy. Okay. PDFR copy. This is my LSPD copy. This is my main Grand Theft Auto 5 copy. So whenever GTA 5 updates, or whenever you want to switch between the two, this one's going to be the main one that you use for online, and all you'll have to do is just come into here and just rename it and change it back to Grand Theft Auto 5. That's all you have to do. And then same thing for when you switch it back to your LSPDFR gameplay. This is your LSPDFR one. All you gotta do is just rename it and then change and take out the LSPDFR part and just call it Grand Theft Auto 5, because this is the folder that Steam is going to read to update the game files when it updates. This is the folder name it has to be. I know this was kind of a little bit of a longer video to describe all that stuff, but I would definitely recommend copying them and then renaming them in those ways. This way, when GTA 5 updates, you actually have the one game version that, you know, didn't get touched, and you can always revert back to that one when you need to. Because like I said, that December 7th update is coming. All right, so now that we've got our LSPDFR one here, what you're gonna do first off is I would download and install OpenIV. So you already got the download link. Click English or Russian, depending on what language you are. I'm English, so I'm going to choose English. Please wait while the setup prepares necessary files. It doesn't really matter where you install OpenIV. Just hit accept and continue. And then I'll just do that. Download it here, and then I continue, and yes. Now you might be wondering, why are we installing OpenIV if you've never used this program before? This program is used to do a lot of game editing to the files for base game files, like DLC lists, adding new vehicles. Like you want to have add-on cars or even replace cars of real life cars. You don't want those basic GTA cars when you're playing LSPDFR. You want actual real life cop cars. That's what OpenIV is used for. Same thing for uniforms and some other things that you'll find in game. Uniforms, weapons, you name it. The OpenIV is used to do it. So you're going to see a installation of OpenIV has been completed successfully, and all you got to do is just close. And it will pop up here. And then once you have it installed, I actually recommend opening it once and then clicking on Windows, and this will automatically find, and then you'll browse to find your GTA 5 folder. You're going to go to Games, and then you're going to go to your Steam Apps, Common, and then you're actually going to choose this one that you're going to be using for LSPDFR. So it's this one right here, select folder. And then you're going to hit continue and continue. Gonna wait for us to get the encryption key. And starting. Now it loads all your data stuff into here, and then you don't have to constantly, we do that again. So I would then pin it to your taskbar like that. And now we can close this. Now let's get into the actual install of Grand Theft Auto 5. So the first thing I would definitely do is, it's a little weird because I have the format different. I've got ScriptHookV, trainer, and then LSPDFR. So this is the way I'm gonna do it. So for ScriptHookV, you're gonna open up this this document, and then you're gonna go to bin, and you're just going to take the input 8 DLL and the ScriptHook DLL and the X input DLL. You're just going to take these 3 files and drag and drop them into your main GTA 5 folder for LSPDFR. So just drag and drop those 3. You don't want the native trainer. It is so out of date, and it just isn't that great of a trainer. Because then you're now going to be installing the trainer for Simple Trainer. And all you gotta do is just take these 2 files right here, the INI and ASI, and drag and drop them to your game directory. Trainer is now completely done. Next, you're gonna go into your LSPDFR one, and you're gonna take LSPDFR, plugins, and then all of these other files right here. Now you see that ScriptHookV included an xinput.dll. So when you look at that and you drag and drop all of these into here, you're going to see a replace for that specific file because it's already included inside of ScriptHook. So we're going to compare info for both files. The one that was included in ScriptHook is more up to date, so always go with the ScriptHookV edition one. And hit continue and replace all that. All right, now LSPDFR has been installed. Okay. Now we're going to go to Rage Native UI. Take the Rage Native UI.dll, just this one, not the XML, just the DLL, and drag and drop into main game directory. Rage Native UI is now done. Now ScriptHookV nightly. You're going to go down into here, and you're going to see different ones. You're going to see ScriptHookV.net ASI, ScriptHookV.net 2.dll, and ScriptHookV.net 3.dll. You only need the ScriptHookV.net.dll. You really only need these three ScriptHookV.dll files. You don't need the other ones. Obviously, you need ScriptHookV INI, but you don't need the other ones. So just take these 4 files, or maybe it's 5. Up 4, 1, 2, 3, and just drag and drop them into your main game directory. And it's right here, documents, and then there's I think the README is in one of these sections, but yeah. Here's the README. Basically, inside of the README, you just go down to the install, and it says extract all the files into your folder, and the zip folder. So, except for the README and the 2 folders. You don't really need to extract the other ones, but you can. Like, you don't need to extract these ones, but you might as well just do it anyway. So just drag and drop. Let me decide for each file. They're all the exact same, so I'm just going to files already in GTA and hit continue. So you just got all the ScriptHookV files in there now. ScriptHookV.net nightly files. And then you are done with installing, but there is a couple more things that you're going to want to do before you even do this. So what I then recommend doing is go to your Windows Defender Firewall, and you're going to want to allow an app feature through Windows Defender Firewall. You're going to go to Change Settings, go to Allow Another App, Paths, go to your GTA 5 directory that you installed LSPDFR for, which is going to be this one here. And you're going to choose RagePluginHook.exe. You're going to open this, click Add, and then where it says right here at Rage Native Hook, you can do both private and public, and then click OK. And then I would also do Allow Another App, Browse, and then you want to just do the entire GTA 5 folder, which is done a different way, but I'll click OK. Sometimes you might have to actually turn off Windows Defender Firewall and your anti-cheat and antivirus and all that. It's very different for each different anti-cheat that you guys may have. So definitely look on your guys' end on what anti-cheat you have and how to add it to your anti-cheat. I currently only have Windows Defender Firewall, so that's all I need to do it for. Next, you're going to launch your actual GTA 5. So we're going to go to Grand Theft Auto 5. Going to go down to the Rage Native UI. Rage Plugin Hook, sorry. And you're going to double click this. All right, guys, I am finally back now. I had to actually go and install the 2010 C++ distributor. So if you guys do not have that for Microsoft, maybe you guys just got a new computer and it's not installed, definitely install that because it's needed by RagePluginHook. So now that we have that installed, we should be able to double click RagePluginHook and it should launch it. You're gonna get this little pop-up here for a disclaimer. Just wait for the time down to click to end down here and click accept. Okay, I really don't care about the overlay. So inside here, your console, it's very important to change this threshold, plugin timeout threshold from 10,000, which essentially just means 10 seconds, and just changes front 1 to a 6. That gives it a full minute before a plugin will essentially be terminated by RagePluginHook because it's taking a little too long to, actually load. So for the sake of this, you're going to go to plugins and you're going to load all plugins on startup. This will load LSPDFR. There's not much you really need to do in advanced settings or in your game settings. There's nothing really you need to do here. There's some other settings that you should do in game when you're actually in the game. So you're going to click save and launch, and it's going to let you know that in order to bring that menu back up to change up settings, it's going to be shift key while you start to go into RagePluginHook. So once you click RagePluginHook and hold shift, it will bring you back into that settings. So we'll click OK. Going to validate the hook, and I also recommend that you actually pin this to your game, to your desktop. Now, I haven't found a workaround on this. Maybe there's someone on here who actually knows how to get around this. But launch game with custom arguments, this used to not be a thing, but it is now, ever since some of the later updates that have came out. All you gotta do when this happens is just hit continue and it will launch your game. Hit yes if this pops up, and then just wait for it to launch. Then you're going to come back to RagePlug. It's going to hit launch in the game. Going to connect your Rockstar Games. It's going to update it if it needs to. It can connect to it. Now, this is why at the beginning of the video, we disabled the anti-cheat, the BattleEye anti-cheat, because if you didn't disable it, it would have blocked RagePluginHook and not even allowed it to launch the game. That's why you disable that in the beginning, so that way it launches the game. Now you know that it launches with RagePluginHook if you see that in the bottom right corner of your screen. It says Rage and with a little bit of stuff on there. Now, when you first do this, depending on how your in-game settings are, just hit continue. So depending on how your game settings are, it's going to start you off like this, and you'll have to go into story mode with RagePluginHook. We'll change that in-game if that's what's happening for you guys. So this is going to load RagePluginHook with LSPDFR because that's what we chose it to do. We wanted it to load LSPDFR when we first loaded in. That's how you always want to have RagePluginHook load LSPDFR. You always want to load LSPDFR. If you have multiple plugins, I would definitely say only have it load LSPDFR, and then you do manual for some other plugins once you actually get in game. Okay, so you see that we are Franklin right now, just because that's where my game file was, so save file. But if you click escape or pause, this is another way you'll know. Anthony Wade. It's not Franklin, it's Anthony Wade, and it's off duty. So we got LSPDFR installed, and you'll see it right here at LSPDFR. Well, let's go over to the actual game settings real quick. And we're going to go down to, no, not that. Sorry. It is the, I believe it is settings here, and the saving and startup options. So for this section, you want to change it to off. Start load into story mode. That way, whenever you click on RagePluginHook, it just automatically loads into story mode, and you don't have to worry about clicking, you know, what thing you want to actually load into. So if we go over to the LSPDFR tab, and if you have an account, you'll switch characters and whatnot. I'm just going to go to the nearest police station. Actually, I'm going to sync my account so I can have my people come in. I'm going to hit log in, and it just directed me to log in with my within here. So I'm going to click sync my account. And then I'm good to close this out and go back into game. Okay, my account was synced. So lagging just a little bit. Okay, and if you already have an account and you synced it, just go to LSPDFR, then go to characters and switch character. Now I have my presets of John Caretaker and Logan Wash. That's just a new one that I made. But so this is the main person I use for right now. We're gonna click use. And he already has an apartment and all that. This is what 0.4 gives you. No idea why I did that, but anyway, we're gonna go to LSPDFR. We're gonna go to the nearest police station.
Thanks to customer allegiance,
we're gonna come right over here and go to enter the locker room. This allows you to go on duty. Don't mind my pink heart. Yeah, so just click on go on duty.
America's been through some tough times. We've all had to make.
And then we're gonna go to police locker. We're gonna go to the cop, just that way we get our clothes back on. We're gonna do officer, and we're gonna go patrol. And we're gonna hit confirm. We're gonna go to the police garage, and we're just gonna choose a vehicle that we can use. So I'm gonna go with the Buffalo here, and I'm just gonna hit select and continue. Okay, so now it says you're on duty, and where you'll be able to pull people over. Now on keyboard or mouse, you'll be able to do it by just getting behind someone, pressing your left shift key, to indicate on your map is by a red blimp, sorry, and then you just activate your lights with E. And then we got 6'8" Ocean Boy Sam. So we're gonna do. This is the only bad thing about this right here, and you always have to look back. So 680BS600. So we're gonna wait for them to pull over to see if they pull over or not. But yeah, they are. And then yeah, you use Q to access the computer. There we go, that's a little bit better. So 6'8" OBS 600. That's actually funny because we're using OBS to do this. So we just found the vehicle records. Okay, we're gonna walk up to this guy. We're gonna press E to begin speaking with him. We'll hit hello.
Hi.
And then we're gonna ask him for his identification.
Giflop.
Gives it to us, and his name is Jack. Wow. Jack off. What a name. And then we'll just search him in the police computer, jack off. That's hilarious. His license valid, got no active warrants. So we're gonna come up here and we're gonna interact with him. We'll give his stuff back, we'll hit dismiss, and then yeah, he's good to go. We'll then get back into our car and we're good to go. So we just installed LSPDFR. And then from here, you're good to just continue patrolling like this. You can access your menu by going through the M, police radio, depending on what I have.
Reporting
See,
aggressive auto in progress on Olympic Freeway.
So if you press Y, you can accept the scene, and we'll head out that way. Don't want that music on. So we got Grand Theft Auto going right now. So we'll head over to that real quick. Looks like they got onto the freeway. And there are a couple settings that you do want to change within LSPDFR, but we'll get to that in a different video, like some keybinds and other things that you definitely want to change. And this will be a prime example of what I mean on some things that you do want to change. Is this right here. We're gonna want to change this camera focus thing. So you're gonna want to disable that in the INI settings, and we'll do that in another video. We're just gonna get this guy real quick. Run up on him. And we're just going to hit him out. Maybe. So we'll just take him out for now, just so that we conclude it. But yeah. So you can obviously go in here, you can change your quick GPS and all that. Police radio, I'll have it off for now. But the action, depending on what kind of videos I'm going to be doing, I'll either have it on shoulder, chest, earpiece, or handheld. Which I'm actually going to use it as handheld right now because I will be doing a series where I'm going to be a rookie. So I'll be using a handheld radio. But with this all kind of, being said, you can then kind of just, you're done with it now. You can simply come into here and look around and whatnot, or play with this basic stuff for now. But yeah, that is basically how you install LSPDFR. I'll go ahead and exit the game. And it was pretty much just that simple. I'll be doing some editing to this video. Just because I had to do a couple things that was not related to the video. I had to install some extra things, so I will cut those things out and try to shorten it out from there. Sorry, this video was a little bit longer, but I just wanted to explain a couple things. If you do experience crashes or that your game just isn't launching at all once you install all these requirements over here, I would definitely try to restart your computer and see if it works then. And also go through your anti-cheat and your Windows Defender Firewall and add in all those things that you're going to need for that. But mainly restart your computer and it should work after that. If not, I will put a link down into a couple Discord servers that can help you out. Or they have a great support section in these Discord servers and they'll be able to help you out. Other than that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the install tutorial. And like I said, once again, I'm sorry for it being longer and I'm sorry for not uploading in a while. Just got a lot of life stuff that happened. But hope you guys enjoyed and I will see you guys in the next LSPDFR tutorial. which we will probably end up doing either callouts or plugins. Probably callouts. But I'm not for sure yet. We're going to be doing a full-on install tutorial of plugins, callouts, vehicles, weapons, sounds, and a bunch of other things. I might even get into the fact of merging a lot of your files into one. And I will come down to it later. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.